Katt Williams came to kill and destroy all your celebrities. And this just lets you know that normally speaking, the loudest people in the room are normally the people that are full of BS. Before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Why are you still watching? Hit the subscribe button right now. I will say it one more time.
Truth to be told. You know what I mean? And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Now, I will advise that every single thing that is seen in these clips should be taken with a grain of salt, because this is just one side of the opinion on what is going on. But technically, there is a level of confidence that Katt Williams uses and speaks with in these interviews. And we're going to see what comes out from people that will respond, and we'll see what happens if they do choose to talk about it. Because if he's lying, I would expect them to talk about it, right? It is very hard to live in today's world of social media, because you can actually be minding your business, as I was, and something like this pops up. And this is the start of 2024, and it seems like a lot of people are just getting exposed. Diddy, Jakes, Will Smith, now Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, Michael Blackson. What can we take away from this? Because I'm not here to summarize the whole interview.
This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing?
This is my opinion. A lot of people love the underdog story. A lot of people want to be the David that kills the Goliath. But in reality, most people are not like that, because a lot of people claim to work for their riches, to work for their wealth, to work for their trophies, but actually took the shortcut instead. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Hit that subscribe button one more time. And you know what's funny? Because I don't think that we will ever stop talking about it. We all know that deep in our hearts, most of the celebrities, we should know at this point in our lives, at this time of social media, we all know that most of the celebrities are full of cap. But because social media only puts out the best light of every single person, you would think that they're happy because they have money, because they have fame, but not knowing that they're not happy and they're not pleased. I personally think the happiest people are the quiet ones. It takes a high level of character and self-development to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you will not take the easy way out no matter what is put on your table. But what does it cost to get that character? What does it take?
Joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good over KB and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years. Like, it's like that. Why?
Yes,
because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought.
Because your life is connected to a bunch of other people. Your life is not only about you. Your life is connected to your father, if you got one, your mother, if you got one, your siblings, if you got a few of them, friends. And if you want to have kids, your life will be forever connected to them as well. So, when things are put on your table and you may have to sell your soul, or you may have to do things that you may not have wanted to do, a lot of things are being thought about. And sometimes I don't blame people for selling their soul, because I don't know what I would do in that type of situation. All I can hope for is that I continue to build myself. And it starts from when you have zero. If you compromise on your characters at the beginning, you will compromise your characters at the end. And one day everything will come out and it's going to be at the peak of your status. It's going to be at the peak of your legendary life that you've lived, and it's going to be sport forever. What Katt Williams has said takes guts, because Shannon Sharpe asked him in the interview, aren't you afraid of being blackballed?
We good now?
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain.
And he clearly said, the truth is not afraid of anything. The truth doesn't need PR behind it. The truth does not need a catalyst for it to spread around. The truth itself is fire. It burns people that lie. Because people that lie have to keep lying for the rest of their life to uphold the status and the fake imagery that people have of them. Is Katt Williams saying the truth? I don't know. But we will see, because if people respond, then we can have a further conversation about this whole thing. But I will admit, he does speak in this interview with a high level of conviction and confidence that can only be accompanied by the truth. And he has called out people, and you can only call out people, generally speaking, when you do have the truth. How many people in our lives, whether we know them or whether we don't know them, but I'll stick to celebrities and comedians just for the sake of this video, do we actually believe their word? And I'll tell you that you can't believe none of them. All you can believe is yourself and what you want to do and what you want to be. And every single person that you choose to believe that's not you, realistically, if you're going to live in a realistic world, you probably cannot count up to more than 5 people that you can believe just as much as you believe in yourself. Because relationships and character development takes years. And that is why I personally do not follow any celebrities. And I would hope that I would never follow any celebrity in my life. Because all you can do is hope and do the work to build your own character and moral standpoint. And maybe that'll be enough, but maybe not. All we can do is do our best and try to be a better person than we were previously every single day. Hit the subscribe button right now. I will say it one more time.